So what exactly is survey programming automation? Survey programming automation is a new, simplified method of survey programming that does not require a human programmer. In practical terms, survey programming automation is a single button that is added to the questionnaire authoring tool, where programming involves nothing more than a single click of the mouse. Automation reduces an 8-hour survey programming job to 1 second, a 2-day job to 1 second, and a 5-day job still only 1 second. This is an improvement that is so significant and important to a company that the initiative must start in the C-suite, be promoted by the senior vice presidents and vice presidents, and flow from directors to line staff. In brief, automation involves a strategic shift that can drive the growth of your business and eliminate the need for outsourcing. To be successful, automation must be promoted by all levels of management. So how did we get to where we are? While this may be the first time that many of you have heard about survey programming automation, automation tools have been quietly moving forward in the R&D labs of our industry. Automation began with simple shells and predefined scripts. Next came parsers that generated automated shells, but were still relatively basic in their functionality. Then, third-generation tools gave rise to automated survey setup. These tools went beyond simple parsers and allowed for validation and more complex scripts. Today, automation tools are in their 4th generation that provide integrated authoring combined with automation of complex logic. This last point bears repeating. Today's tools can automate complex logic. This is truly the rise of automation as an alternative to outsourcing. These tools allow for the transfer of work from man to machine. While 5th generation tools are still in development, there are early indications of what the next generation of automation tools will look like. One of the most common questions about automation is, how does automation differ from other efficiency initiatives? Why don't we use a parser or author directly in our data collection platform to gain efficiency? First, this line of questioning is fundamentally flawed. You should not be looking for 10 or 20% efficiency gains. What you should be looking for is 40 times, 50 times, or greater improvements that fundamentally improve the way your business operates. Simply put, survey programming automation is a game changer. While other efficiency initiatives typically seek to reduce hours, automation eliminates hours. And what of outsourcing? To answer this question, we need to understand the core value provided by an outsourcing vendor. An outsourcing vendor seeks to own the problem. Namely, it is in their interest to migrate hours from your company to theirs. However, it is definitely not in their interests to eliminate hours. While all companies and managers who chose to outsource in the past made a rational decision to lower costs, and they made the right decision given the options at the time, it is equally accurate to state that outsourcing is no longer the best option. 4th generation survey programming automation tools can automate just about everything. Question setup, shells, custom functions, skips, pipes, and terms can all be automated. So what's in store for 5th generation survey programming automation tools? One obvious improvement will be the integration of custom algorithms, such as custom discrete choice or segmentation algorithms. This will be deployed on a company-by-company basis. Translations are another obvious feature. Possibilities include integration with sites like Babelfish or Google Translate for simple translations, and a specialized user interface for more complex translations. However, unlike Ford, who built the same car over and over, in our industry we need flexibility. Automation provides all of the benefits of a production line, plus it delivers the flexibility that is demanded by clients. So what are some of the business challenges with survey programming automation? To answer this question, it's best if we start with a macro view. Survey programming automation should start in the C-suite as a strategic initiative for the business. As the various levels of management communicate this corporate strategy, a good place to start is to dispel some of the incorrect stereotypes that can cause resistance to change. One very wrong assumption is that market researchers are, collectively speaking, technophobes. However, the facts are that our industry adapts and integrates new technologies very rapidly. Far from being technophobes, we are technology loving. As an industry, we were one of the first to embrace social media for both social media monitoring and social media research. We use text analytics, we use video, we use the web. We have integrated all of these technologies into our business. Let's not forget that the iPad was just released in March of this year, and we're already looking at how to integrate it into our research process. Clearly, we are adept at integrating new technologies into our business processes. Once you've broken the false stereotypes, general change management rules apply. Communicate with your team, explain why the strategic shift is needed, and elaborate on who will be impacted by the change. And most importantly, what will be the new roles and expectations after automation is implemented, and so on. Lastly, identify and empower automation champions. Getting client services on board requires an understanding of their requirements, plus communicating the company's need for automation. In the end, client services is often focused on driving sales for your business. So a good place to start is to show client services how automation can be leveraged to win more projects. We'll discuss more about this in a few minutes. While some of the early automation tools, such as parsers, too often moved overhead from one department to another, fourth-generation tools are designed to lower overhead across the board. Today's tools are designed to make authoring faster and more efficient, plus deliver huge improvements in cost, schedule, and quality to operations. Communicating the need for automation within your business demands that the benefits of automation be clearly explained. At the corporate level, survey programming automation is designed to deliver increased net margins. Equally, if not more important, is that automation will, for the first time, give market research companies leverage. In this context, leverage refers to the decoupling of revenue from costs and headcount. Today, when you have a spike in volume, revenue goes up, but so do your expenses. Let's now look at the same situation when automation is in place. Volumes double, revenue doubles, and costs stay flat. Now that's leverage. That is the power of automation, the ability to scale volume, grow revenue, while keeping headcount and costs flat, thereby increasing margins and profits. Client services should expect several benefits from automation. First, automation can provide a strategic advantage during the sales cycle by adding value for clients by reducing project cycle time. While authoring efficiencies will help to control costs, a much larger benefit for client services is increased flexibility. With automation, researchers are free to creatively meet customer requirements while enjoying no impact to project cost or project schedule. In operations, some of the benefits are obvious: lower costs, time savings, and higher quality. However, one big challenge in operations has been the ability to manage peaks and valleys in workload. Using survey automation software, you can staff for the lowest volume and let automation take care of everything else.